Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Extreme Forces Racing League, and we're here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Cheerwine 100.
Cheerwine, AJ. Quit showing your northerner.
Alright, well, let's send it to the furthest south person we have in this booth, and that is Mr. Ryan Fry. What is the race sponsor for today?
It is a delicious cherry soda beverage, and it is one of the best. I've had it in drinks, I've had it in barbecue sauces, I've had it in cake. Cheerwine is one of the best.
I feel like he forgets that, I interned in North Carolina for 2.5 years.
I would have to remember that. I would very much have to remember that.
Remember, this crew chief, driver, whatever you want to call me, did 2.5 years at NASCAR Technical Institute in Mooresville. I lived in Race City, USA. I've did my time in the South. It's Cheerwine, fam.
And you were dumb enough to move back to Vermont, so let's not even get started.
Trust me, worst mistake of my life. Wish I'd have stayed.
Well,
I could think of a couple others.
In that case, before we get really into it, with 2 minutes left in practice, let's talk about our race sponsors. First off, it's the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. Tomorrow we start Nerd Miss, talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, wrestling over everything, Drinking Bros Auto Racing, and Hutch Paints. All the links can be found in the description below. Go check them all out.
You were just irritated by the way that was mispronounced. I'm irritated that I wasn't invited for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
We're recording it tomorrow.
Well, I still haven't gotten an invite.
Cousin Eddie's the best. Saying.
Yes, he is. So, Ryan, I guess here's your invite, I guess.
Right, that's the way everybody hears it. As long as you don't mute me this time.
If I mute you, it means everybody else is muted too, except me, because that's how we're doing it.
Nobody
he
wants
drinks
that.
and he mutes thing.
Nobody wants
AJ, everybody.
Nobody wants just AJ.
Hey, wow! I almost swore again. Thanks, Ryan.
I'm sorry. I will give you credit for a broadcast last week. Me and the other guy, I forget what his name was, both had computer issues or were doing other things, and you handled it like a champ. I'll give you that. You don't speak much here on Mondays because me and TJ take care of everything. You just push buttons and point mouses in different directions.
No, and it works perfectly that way, because then I could focus on the directing and producing.
You can direct all you want. We ain't listening.
You guys, yeah, but you guys kind of go the way I'm pointing you. But looking at the leaderboard right now for practice, you got Tyler Aspinall in first, Alan Warnicki, and Daniel Park in third. Now, talking to Tyler Aspinall earlier, he's looking at this race to turn his season around. Outside of Aspinall, is there another driver that you're looking at to a Charlotte Motor Speedway being a turnaround point for somebody else?
Can we call it a turnaround with Will Cloud? Can we just call it what it's been and the kid's fast?
Well, that's not a turnaround then, genius.
All right, I was asking. I mean, give me some leeway.
That's the same train track he's been on. Is straightforward, back to the front, stay there.
I mean,
I'd say Lee Krause.
I like Lee. I like Lee. I like a Lee pick.
I say Lee Krause. This has to be a turnaround for Lee. He was pretty decent at the beginning. Has ran into bad luck. You could say the same for somebody like Brady Floyd. The wild card races are over with as far as the schedule goes. Now it's time for people to turn it up and get back to where they need to be. The dirt track's over with. The road course is over with. All that's done. So they need to get back to where they need to. Dover was a fresh restart. Now they're at 1.5 miles that everybody's accustomed and used to. It's time for them to turn around.
Well, you said the wild cards are done with. I would throw Charlotte in there because everybody can be good at Charlotte. This track is free to everybody. I would say this is a home game or a home track for everybody here, and that gives advantages to the best person and possibly the least best person. Anybody got anything on that? TJ, you want to open your mouth?
Well, I was just wondering, was this where we had the finale race?
Last year? Oh, God, I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. I know it was an oval. I feel like it was Charlotte. I don't remember. We had a heck of a race at one of these D-type ovals. The show was amazing. It came down to fuel. You had guys running out, and then I want to say, I think that was the Nissan took the title. If I remember right.
Well, just so
it's another guy that needs to have a turnaround, and that being Josh Fox.
Well, just so everybody remembers, when you look at the schedule, this is the last race before the playoffs start.
Well, I can confirm there's a reason I'm in the booth and not on the racetrack. In my little mock qualifying here, I am a whole second off of these guys.
Well, again, good thing you are in the booth.
32-1 is what I managed to turn. These guys are running 31-4s.
So it looks like qualifying is just about wrapping up with everybody. You have one or two drivers still out on track. There's Tyler Aspinall.
Little side note that I'm seeing here in the thing. Brady Floyd has dropped packet loss.
Uh-oh.
And may not be making a qualifying run. It may not be making the race.
Well, that could be an issue.
I do believe he's up there in the points, if I remember correctly. And Tyler Aspinall's second lap didn't count.
No, he clipped the wall. Take a look at Chad Waller. Oh, boy. I want chocolate now. He's in a Hershey's car.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's just Hershey's milk chocolate. That's like the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It doesn't even have almonds in it or anything.
That is the better one, though. I will say. That is the better one.
So if qualifying ended right now and I was qualifying, I'd feel proud of that.
TJ, you are right. It was the championship race last season.
I thought so.
We
had I think Ellingson ran out.
I'm not mistaken, though. Wasn't that race a night race?
Yes, it was a night race.
Well, we ain't in nighttime today. Larry Max got the stats right here. We are midday. We are at 1:30 in the afternoon. Track temps at 135. Air temps at 81. This track is going to be greasy.
Yeah, it is
That
going to be
was-
slick.
The feel I had car here in my mock practice. That thing wanted to kick around quite frequently. Granted, I only got the tires barely warmed up, but it was slick, as this place always is in the day. I assume this isn't like, a 600 style setup where they plan on aggressively night changing. I think we're going to stay in the day, correct?
Yeah, I think we're going to stay in the day here. But since it's the first broadcast back, actually, we'll get to that in a second. Ryan, why don't we send it to your little buddy? I'll let you send it to him so he can get the command.
Oh, with the command of the race, let's kick it to Grayson.
Drivers, start your engines.
All right, everybody, we are back, and it is time to go racing. Let's see the starting lineup. Dustin Buck and Will Clyde are going to be your front row. Row number 2, it's Brett Murphy and Alan Warnicki. Row 3, Bradley Stefane and Chad Waller. Row number 4, Kyle Lingerfelt and Lee Kraus. Row 5, it's Josh Fox and Austin Green. Row 6, it's William George and Frank Hughes, Tyler Aspinall, and Dustin Dean. Row 7, Row 8, Farron Elam and Matthew Setzer. Row 9, Devin Smith and Jake Ellingson. And then Mick Olofsson and Matthew Montague is row number 10. Guys, who you picking? Who you rooting for? Let's hear it. TJ, you first.
I'm hungry. I want a snack, and there's a Cheez-It car second. So that's where I'm going, Mr. Will Cloud.
Ryan, let's see you.
Well, let's see how this works for me. So I've been picking guys, and they've been wrecking earlier.
You picked Dalton last week. You picked Dalton.
I did pick Dalton last week. Let's see if I can maybe just see how this works. See if it balances out. I'm gonna take Will Cloud as well.
You're thinking with your bad luck and TJ's so luck that it might help itself here.
Can I change my picks? I feel like I just got jinxed.
I'm not. I mean it in no ill will towards Will, but I just got to do something to try to change this up.
So, I'm actually going to talk about the dude that I had the conversation.
No,
What?
Who you picking? Who you picking?
Tyler Aspinall.
All right, I like it.
I was gonna say shocker, but I kind of had that already pinged.
So we're already the one to go. That pace car's gonna duck for cover the minute it gets around. But while we have y'all here watching on All Star 15 TV, hopefully you had a nice Thanksgiving with your friends, family, or by yourself if you're just an introvert. TJ, how was yours?
Not bad. Family all come over the house. Big old meal. Watched some football. My Giants lost, so I was kind of sour on that. But all in all, good holiday.
Ryan, how'd yours go?
Very good. I do most of the cooking with my dad and his fiance. Had a nice little dinner. Watched the Giants lose.
Yeah, but that means Dallas won. You can't be happy about that.
Yeah. Either way.
I'd
have been
honestly
fine with a tie.
I would rather see Dallas lose than the Giants win. But there goes the pace car ducking for cover, and here we go.
Can I just say that 65 looks sharp with that lightning scheme on it?
Just to reiterate what was being brought up before the race started about Brady Floyd, he did reconnect and will start at the back of the pack.
Did he make the grid, or did he come in from pit lane?
I think he might have missed the grid.
He missed the grid.
He's coming out right now.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to be playing from behind, but at least he's playing.
Well, all he needs is one caution.
Very true. I'm trying to see here. He's out now.
And they're in 3 and 4.
Speed. So he's not too far behind. Can't get a penalty. Obviously, that would derail him.
That would be bad. Speeding out of pit road. That would be very bad.
Improper exit, or any of them number of things that can happen.
Multiple things that I've done in a race car on iRacing multiple times.
New leader, by the way.
Will Cloud with a power move.
Oh, the 72 almost got the 7's nose. That could have been ugly.
And Jake Ellison's into the back of Farron Elam.
Oh, 7 turns to 68. He hammered the barricade.
And Ellison just continues to make the spin happen, and around goes Farron.
Wow. There was a
Well, this played into Brady Floyd's hand. Ellingson's going to get saved.
There was a couple wrecks there.
The Dustin Buck machine is annihilated. The pole sitter is done for the day.
Well, we have 2 wrecks to see here. So you got the 68 about to be put through. It comes down into the 7 and just, oh God. And it is spewing stuff all over the racetrack. I don't know how clearly you guys can see that on my screen via the YouTubes, but it is just pissing something out of that car.
That was ugly. Unfortunate early break for the pole sitter.
Well, and you also, I think Ryan saw a different wreck happen. You mentioned Jake Ellingson in the 27.
I'm almost thinking that Farron saw what was in front of him and checked up, and Jake didn't see it. And
oh no,
that's what
Ryan, you got to go back further. They were smacking around on the entry of turn 3.
Oh, they were, and then it just seems like it just continued.
Well, it looks like the 29 came down on the 3.
Oh,
and that,
I mean, from my vantage point, Jake had a huge run on entry.
He did.
Oh, we're gonna see it again here.
It looks like the 3 may have had a similar run, and the 29 kind of threw a block on him.
Yeah, it looked like the 29 came down into the 3 while the 27 was right by the 3 and caused all that.
That's okay with the initial contact, but the last spins kind of just happened to be he was there.
Yeah.
That the 29 has nothing to do with the second spin.
No. I think they were just trying to slow down and not hit the Dustin Buck machine. Destroyed.
Well, I'm happy in iRacing we don't have red flags to clean up all that sand from the barrels. But yeah, there are no fast repairs in this, right?
No.
I've been doing this league for I don't know how long, and my brain was like, yeah,
not here.
Not working.
Here.
I think it's only super speedways and Atlanta where they award the fast repair.
I can't imagine Dustin Buck's going to be off pit road anytime.
No.
Hit that hard.
That car was destroyed.
That is just unfortunate. He was definitely the biggest loser there. The biggest winner is going to be Brady Floyd, who now essentially didn't have any issue.
Yeah, didn't serve any sort of penalty with gridding late. You know, he's all the way back in the 25th position, and we know how fast that number 20 car is. Well, as long as he doesn't blink out, because that might be an issue.
Looks like they've issued an EOL to Jake Ellingson, which I'm kind of surprised because I didn't think that was what brought out the caution.
I think it was the extracurricular activities afterwards.
Well, nobody else got one. And they usually issue one to who they feel started the crash. And I really don't feel like that. I don't even think that was the yellow initially.
No, that wasn't the yellow. That happened, excuse me, after the fact.
But I mean, it's their race to call. I'm gonna let them do what they feel best. I just don't know if Hutch agrees with it.
Well, we're going down the backstretch one final time before hitting green. Ryan, I have you do this every broadcast you are on. Let everybody know about Wrestling Over Everything and that wonderful channel partnership between All Star 15 TV.
Wrestling Over Everything is a Facebook page. It's of wrestling, for wrestling, and about wrestling. It's a good group of people. There's weekly or daily conversations going on for the well-educated and the ones that want to get more info. We're more than welcome to help you with that. So look us up at Wrestling Over Everything on Facebook.
And we've been very much talking about Survivor Series that just happened this past Saturday.
And we have lost Nicholas Fuller.
And it's not wrestling over anything. It's wrestling over everything.
It seems like whenever he does that, he cuts out.
Do I really?
Yes, you do.
Well, I mean, you get the big mouth on the microphone, and the microphone gets scared too.
I like to think I'm like a Clint Boyer or Daryl Waltrip kind of have you ever, no I never.
Oh, we are 3 wide back here. Well, we were 3 wide for a second.
That was last week's race.
Yeah, no kidding.
Holy cow.
I like this battle for the lead.
Well, kind of slides up the track a little bit. Not sure if we got loose or not.
These two boys trying to bake that Cheez-It machine.
Oh,
And
caution
we got
on the
somebody
racetrack.
dead.
Oh, it's the 24 car of Matthew Setzer.
Oh, did he get hooked?
Oh,
What happened?
It 100% looked like he got hooked. Oh, gonna watch it from far chase like we always do, and here it is. This is coming out of turn 4. He comes up the track and then
the 7?
him in the 7. Brett Murphy.
Of course, 7 who got the murdering done of the other driver?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so much of that one being hooked. That was more of Setzer trying to move to the high side and 7 with the runoff before.
See, it looked like Setzer got loose and tried walking it up the racetrack.
It's more likely for cars to get loose coming up off the bottom off these corners than the guy getting the run on the high side. He's gonna have so much more speed, and that's where people get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, I feel like Setzer may have got loose. I see that. I'm watching it right now. It definitely looks that way.
All right, everybody. We're going to take our first commercial break. When we return, we're going to be back for the restart.
Let's get this circus on down the road. We're taking bets about a tank and gas will go. From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back, everybody, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And boy, has a lot happened within the last 10, 11 laps. We already have a driver probably being taken right to an area hospital due to his car eating some sand barrels. But, you know, we're still under caution. TJ, I know there's a little plug that you want to throw out there, because if this is the first time you are watching the Extreme Forces Racing League, TJ has a great starting point for you.
If you want to see the finish of finishes, and we kind of alluded to it earlier on the broadcast, the have you ever, no I never finished. Last week at Dover, that finish was phenomenal and scary and everything you could imagine, because we had a near full field crash coming out of 4. It was wild. The race was great. If this is your first broadcast, go watch that one too. You'll be nothing but impressed. Miles the Monster always delivers in Dover's Motor Speedway, and just go watch that one. Watch this one. Come back next week. Watch this again.
Yeah, Miles the Monster was definitely freaking hungry. And
he got fed.
That last lap turned to Hungry Hippo and just grabbed everybody out of turn 4.
I feel like somebody made him angry, and he said, "Nope, not today."
He's angry.
Either that, or he was trying to tell him to get out of my swamp.
It's copyright infringement.
No, I didn't say it with a Mike Myers accent.
Oh God!
Oh.
This is why this is one of my favorite broadcasts to do every single week.
Who is this 66 car? I need some Hershey's chocolate. This ain't fair. I'm hungry.
That's Chad Waller. And
The other part of it,
you must have
the
missed
other
it.
part
It's
of
the
it-
shitty chocolate.
Oh, there we go with cussing again. Way to go.
Oh, crud. Darn it.
By the way, when you look through the field, you're not seeing double vision. There are 3 cars on the track, and they are nose to tail or side by side.
Yep. There it is.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, Farron Elam in the very, very retro Dale Earnhardt Sr. and
One of his best paint schemes he ever had.
actually, no, I think that's Matthew Montague in the Goodwrench Plus black
Yes.
I
Chevy.
thought you were talking about the Pro Shops car.
No, the Pro Shop, I think, is Farron Elam.
Yes, it is.
Yes. And it's a throwback to Seniors Daytona, and it's what Junior's been running with the late model car.
All right, everybody. Ready to go green, guys?
Yes, sir. Setzer was given the UL on that one, by the way.
If I have a choice.
I mean,
Speaking of which, that Bass Pro Shop paint scheme, Josh Berry won Thursday night at Southern National, giving him 100 career JRM wins.
Holy cow.
well, I think that's late model. He's run a lot of late model races for that organization.
I'm happy to see him coming back, though.
Yeah, I was. He was the guy I wanted to win the championship in the Xfinity Series.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead.
Oh, but that 89 kind of goes high.
He kind of washed up.
He was trying to send it, and I mean he's holding strong right now.
Well,
Liquid Death, maybe trying to find a way around Mr. Warnicki.
Here's the thing with Liquid Death. He's going to give somebody the kiss of death by the end of it.
You better be careful, because here comes Kyle Busch. I mean, Dustin Dean.
Dude, it's like no offense to anybody, but it's like a Stoner's after party here. We got Cheez-Its, water, Nos, and Hershey's
Liquid
chocolate in the
Death.
top 5.
Yeah, but then he got what number is that? That is 70. Trying to think of who's running Old Smoky. The 15 Austin Green. Got some moonshine there.
You are truly an alcoholic. You need help.
I am not saying that I have a bottle of what is this?
Oh, 3 wide per second. Woo-hoo.
Oh,
And
yellow
number
flags.
4.
Oh, is that Brady? It is Brady Floyd and Jake Ellingson.
Oh no!
Oh. Do you mean again?
Didn't we? Wasn't there maybe some
There it is.
Some
There's the punch.
issues last
Oh.
week?
And that's going to collect the 38 of Matthew Morneau.
Oof.
Oh, he gets cleaned up again by somebody else. Who was that? Because he blinked out.
I'm gonna say that was payback for last week, and
Well, the 20 did just kind of take his nose right here. The 20 cut down and hit him.
I agree. That's one of
And-
those. I'm not giving you any room because you didn't give me room from last week.
So, can you guys see it on your end? Does the number 3 Oldale Senior just completely obliterate Brady Floyd?
That I don't see.
Yeah, because it blinks out for me. And
I'm trying to look here.
it looked like he just never stopped. Oh, am I really about to take a shot at it? No, I'm not.
I'm not seeing it, Jay.
Because it looked like the Brady Floyd car got hit and spun around when it blinked back.
On my end, when he spins, it switches and it goes away, and I don't watch the rest. I lose everything on the replay.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened on our end too. But everybody, we're under the third caution, just 17 laps in. Very EFRL, it's not used to this. Usually with this league, you get some very long runs. I was expecting everybody to be used to Charlotte, but it looks like aggression is still very high from Dover last week.
With that caution being the second one involving Jake Ellenson, he will, I believe, go through or suffer a drive-through penalty
As they take the green.
with his EOL.
Ooh.
As they take the green. Yeah, something happens for sure to that number 10 machine. But I can't figure out what.
Yeah. Because he immediately pulls it down pit road.
He has no right front wheel sitting on pit road.
Well, here's the thing with him is he's well behind them. I think, right? I'm watching his onboard.
So everybody, if this is your first time watching All-Star 15 TV, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button is completely free, and it also unlocks the live chat to come talk to both, or all three of us, not both, Ryan, myself, and TJ. Got any questions for drivers? Under caution, maybe we'll pull them up if they're free.
I.e. they're wrecked. Unfortunately.
That too, in the infield care center.
So the interesting part with the 3 car is he definitely gets a hold of something, but his video feed cuts out for me.
Yes.
As they are he's going into the turn. So I'm assuming somebody somewhere slid down and he just didn't miss it.
I think he killed Brady Floyd.
And
Floyd is manually disconnected and I believe he's third in the points. That's a huge.
He took a hit last week, if I remember right.
Yeah, he is third in the points, 10 points behind Kyle Lingerfelt, and
he would have, but I believe he worked his way back up to a top 5 or top 10 finish.
So somebody we haven't mentioned at all is the driver first place in the points is Kyle Lingerfelt. He didn't qualify well at all in the 15th position, currently sitting in the 11th spot.
AJ, are you?
It's too early. It's too early. We don't talk about Kyle till there's 10, 15 laps to go, and then he lingers and shows up.
Yeah, but he qualified 7th. What are you talking about, Willis?
I have him -4 sitting in. Oh yeah, never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, -4, not +4. Ding dong. Love ya.
Hey.
I'm gonna give a Bailey reference for Wrestling Over Everything. Ding dong. Hello.
Still, it's too early to talk about Kyle Lingerfeld. Don't talk about it until later on.
He's lingering around the top 10. It's what he does.
And he does it very well.
Evidently. There's the penalty being issued to the 27 machine.
Speaking of which, I know you were talking about how cool that lightning bolt paint scheme is. Did you get a look at this tailgate?
No.
Give me one moment.
You may be shocked if you touch this. Caution.
Love it.
What does it say?
You may be shocked if you touch this. Caution.
And it's got like a lightning cloud.
Oh, the
with a
high
lightning
voltage.
bolt. Yeah. We're back green. Leader gets a hell of a jump. The outside's already near falling apart. And Will Cloud takes off again. Where did Warnicki go?
Warnicki, I believe, pitted?
Let's see.
Because he's back.
He did
at least
pit. He's in 20th
back,
position.
Back half?
He's in 20th right now. And yes, he did. He did come get tires along with Daniel Park, Lee Kraus. Jake Ellingson is doing more than making just a pass-through. He has stopped in his pit box and is getting service. Don't know if that negates the pass-through, though.
I think he would have already have taken it, maybe?
Well, I thought with pass-throughs that you had to pass through and you couldn't stop in your box.
Well, he also had black flags cleared, too, so I'm not really...
Uh-oh.
Hey, we're not the guys that figure that out, so we'll just wait and see what it looks like.
Dustin Dean with the fastest lap of the race right there with a 31.61. Currently sitting in that third position.
He just exited. Where are the leaders? So Ellingson is out on the track right now. Just ahead of the leaders.
Yeah. And
So,
they are coming very fast.
But the thing is if he's got fresh tires, the likelihood they catch him is slim to none.
But they're also drafting in front of him. Does that do anything?
This isn't really known as a draft track. I mean,
It doesn't help when he hits the wall off exit of 2.
Yeah, no, it does not. Because you're looking at
maybe
Jake
has
Ellingson
more
right there.
damage than we think from all these early race skirmishes. They are gaining on him, so I'm going to assume something may be wrong still with that car.
We're going to see lap times when they hit the line right here. Last lap for Will Cloud, a 31.78 to Jake Ellingson's 31.88.
We're close.
A tenth off.
And that's with him hitting the wall.
See this. Let's see what this lap is for Jake, as it looks like he's made it through unscathed.
Well, crossing the line, a 31.96 to a 32.0.
He lost almost 2/10 interval, as Will Cloud is reeling him in.
Well, lap time, he was 0.05 faster than Will Cloud.
I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. I can only go with what things I have. He was 29.6 back, and now he's 29.796 lap, 29.8. So
Oh my! All these numbers, I've got a headache.
he's losing interval. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. That's what my data says.
Well, we're already past a quarter of this race. And right now, it is all Will Cloud. But don't look now. Up 12 positions. Dustin Dean in that Kyle Busch Nationwide Throwback NOS Energy drink.
Rowdy themed, AJ. That machine is rowdy.
Yeah, and it was...
I don't think you can call that rowdy anymore. That's NOS.
Well, okay, to be fair, it was rowdy before rowdy became a thing.
So in the words of Roddy Piper, it was rowdy before rowdy was cool.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes. I've made so many wrestling references in the last 2 hours. It's been disgusting. Ryan.
I could be proud of you if I knew.
Would you like me to acknowledge you, AJ?
Oh!
That's not good.
To Stefan in the wall.
Yeah.
He
You can't
tried
do
to-
that to my heart. You can't just say, oh, and not tell me.
I tell you one thing, this broadcast booth is definitely feeling oozy today.
Are you feeling pretty oozy?
Not if you're Kevin Owens.
Oof. I'm sure he was feeling something, but it weren't pleasant. That's
Well,
for sure.
William George in the number 9, as Stefan hits the outside wall in 1 and 2, he is really suffering right now.
I'm going to assume he wants some tires. My pre-race practice fuel was like 55 laps, but I never really got to play with tires and see how that affected.
Devin Moe in the chat says, I get the acknowledged joke, but I just made the list.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
Devin Mosley, he drives the number 5 Amtrak car for the Thunderstorm League of Racing on Wednesday nights right here on All-Star 15 TV.
Well, it's no longer Devin, it's Devon, and that's what I'll continue to call him.
That's what I called him first, and he's like, no, you're not putting me through a table.
Well, he just made my list of people I like. So.
But going back a little bit, right around that 11th, 12th position, for Frank Hughes, with the last caution, he got all the way up to 7th, 8th place. He's already fallen back to 14th on this run alone.
Coming off a top 3 finish last week.
Oh,
correct?
God. Yeah.
Don't look now.
He
but,
closed his
hurt.
eyes and drove through everybody.
He did. Don't look now, but that Hershey's chocolate machine trying to melt this field away.
That's right. You are a
All the way up to
father.
second.
You're allowed to have dad jokes.
Oh, God, yes. What is the world without dad jokes? Definitely not punny at all.
I heard one today that was pretty funny. I gotta give it that. How fast can milk run?
Oh, no.
So fast it pasteurized.
Oh, wow. I heard a good one about milk today, too, actually.
Well, look at this. Alan Warnicki, he did come and he pit, I think it was on lap 16, yeah. In 16 laps, he's gone from 20th position to 11th and still moving forward.
It's the benefit of fresh tires.
I say fresh tires. Everybody else is on 33 lap old tires. He's only on half of that.
The thing is, though, when they go down in pit, what are they going to get? I mean, I'm sure if these guys can make it to where they can make it on fuel, I assume that's the goal.
Well, everybody gets 3 tire changes. So he's used 1. He might be set.
If I was Alan in this instance, that for me, that lap 16 to whenever these guys start pitting is a short pit for me. I'm going to pit with these guys and get back on cycle with them.
Well, look who's right in front of him. That's Bradley Stefan. You know, we were just talking 5
Top
laps.
5.
Top 3. Hits the wall in 1 and 2, and that car has not been right since.
How do you guys prefer your chocolate on your Cheez-Its or your Cheez-Its on your chocolate? Because we're about ready to see them both together.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
no, we're
not.
not. 'Cause somebody
No, we're not.
messed up somewhere.
Somebody's got to throw a terrible towel, and we have lost Dustin Buck to a content loss.
I think it's Frank Hughes in the 61. Mentioned he was falling backwards.
Did you just put the jinx on that, man? The broadcast booth cursed?
Ooh.
What's that?
Oh, God. That was a hard hit.
Oh, AJ. Well, hopefully it moved to AJ.
No.
AJ talks about him, and then it happens. Not me no more. I like it.
Oh,
Frank.
the 24 turned him.
And then,
Somebody killed him.
oh, that was Michael Steele. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, nothing Michael Steele could have done. Just wrong place, wrong time.
He's got
Tyler Aspinall got a little piece of that, I believe. Is that or Lapinus? I'm sorry, the 16. He got a little bit of that on
Just
the
a
spin
smidge.
from the 61.
So we're going to go on board with the number 5 Michael Steele card. He has Daniel Park to his inside, so he has no exit route to go low. But watch it here from on board of the number 5. Oh. And that motor does not sound good.
And that's Matthew Setzer's second cause of caution again for tonight, so he also will serve a pass-through penalty.
And here comes everybody down pit road, including Alan Warnicki. Ryan, right on the money.
Yeah, that was probably a good one to play with it, to see. But I really think these guys want to kind of, like Ryan was saying, and get on sequence here. They've only got to make it to make the finish. They got to get to like another 10 laps. From my calculations, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what it was appearing to me. That 55 laps on fuel. Don't know if the tires would hold up. But that was fuel.
Well, while we are under caution for the 4th time here tonight, we're going to go and take a look at a couple of our sponsors, and when we return, it'll be the restart. And most likely, Will Cloud pulling away from the field like he's done on every restart. But can Chad Waller or Dustin Dean stay right on his back bumper and challenge him?
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
And we are back, everybody, from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm going to say it completely wrong again. It's the Cheerwine 100. How bad was that?
Stop. Just stop.
Yep.
One of us will do it from now on.
All right, cool. Ryan, take it away.
It's the Cheerwine 100.
Cheerwine, like you're cheering for somebody.
Yes, like cherry. It's cherry wine, cheer wine.
Should have just said it was cherry wine instead of cheer wine.
Share wine. I ain't see no singer around here.
Say, the E's are before the R, not after the R.
Do you believe in life after chair wine?
Sidebar, and it's behind the scenes. My dad says a little of both.
Well, here we go. You got Cloud on the inside, Waller on the outside. Let's see who gets that launch into turn one.
What snack am I going to buy at the store tomorrow? Is it going to be Cheez-Its or Hershey's?
You know damn well both of them.
I was going to say, TJ, we all know it's going to be both of them.
Hell, if they mash their cars up and end up wrecking, I might buy both and just mash them up myself.
It's like that Family Guy cutaway where the Reese's guy crashes into the Hershey's guy.
But it looks like the DOS Energy machine pulled up in second. All rowdy.
And Chad Waller's falling backwards.
Hershey chocolate and cheese, it sounds disgusting.
I don't know, it might be some interesting style of fondue to try. Is that a fondue or a fondant?
Yeah, Alan Warnicki on the outside trying to move forward.
Look, the 18 is looking for a
48
run.
throws a block.
18 looking at the run at the bottom, going into 3.
Now, if
18 trying to rain on Will Cloud's parade.
Now, if I'm Will Cloud, I let him go, let him burn up his stuff, and just pass him in 10 or 15 laps. But
that
then
might
again,
be the smart thing to do.
But then
I
again,
don't think that's the Will Cloud thing to do.
I was gonna say we've talked to Will Cloud. He wants to lead every lap, and he's very capable of possibly doing that.
He's gonna have a good run back here on the top. He's gonna make it very hard for the 18 to get around him, if at all, as he clears him down
Holy
the back
cow,
straightaway.
What a great!
We
exit
know
at
who's
turn
in
2.
his ear. We know who's telling him where to run. Oh, and the 18 caught the fence.
In the wall.
While these two battle, it brought the 7 back into the story. A dodge. Gotta love to see that for your Mopar men.
Yeah, I love to see Italian representation.
That's right.
It's one of my favorite fights. We need more American in NASCAR. Well, I want Dodge back.
We got a Canadian-Mexican brand out front.
I was thinking I was completely safe on taking a drink because AJ was speaking and he had a joke.
But apparently it was a good one, and now his computer's wearing it.
That's his one funny of the night. He's not allowed anymore.
Hey, whoa.
My nose is burning and it's not even snowing out.
Is it burning from the Cheerwine?
No, I don't have any.
Ooh! William George looking to the inside of Aspinall.
Not to plug anything, but it's the delicious Coca-Cola Vanilla Zero.
Ooh, it's a fan favorite at the Barnier household.
I'm a cherry Pepsi person.
See, look, you said cherry, right? Why don't you say sherry Pepsi?
Because dyslexia is a pain in the butt.
I do, so I work, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I worked at Wendy's when I was living in North Carolina, a little side job thing. And literally, I cannot tell you how many people asked, do you have the Cheerwine there? And I was like
Cheerwine tastes like Dr. Pepper without the spice.
Stefan trying to make some positions back, also gets by Aspinall. We saw about 15-20 laps ago on our last run him get into the outside wall, scrape it bad. He's really trying to claw back now.
I don't mean to cut you off, AJ, but the 18 is back on the 48's rear bumper.
And he's got company on his bumper.
Brett Murphy, and I think Mr. Devin Mosley, or I'm sorry, Ryan, you want to say his name?
What? Oh, Devon.
He actually picked Brett Murphy in the chat to win the race, so he's in position to at least contend for the top spot, as they're really catching Michael Steele right now.
Yeah, I think he's still got some damage there from that prior wreck.
That number 5 is punched in the whole front end. And he is well off the pace.
The old liquid death machine in the top 5. You know he's hoping for maybe one more yellow and get him up just a little further.
I know it's early, and I know everybody's trying to be as clean and professional as possible, but at what point do you use the bumper on the 48 to get around it?
Well, that's the thing. You mentioned it. It's early.
Is it early, though? Is it? I mean, we're at lap 49. 49 of 100.
But here's the thing, TJ. If you're gonna
put the bumper to him, you got to make it count so that he can't get back to you in 50 laps.
Well, I'll say fair. But anytime we've seen the bumper used tonight, most people ain't coming back.
But it would be Will Cloud's luck that he wouldn't hit anything, or his skill. I'll give him that. His luck or skill that he wouldn't hit anything, and then everybody then would be dead to rights because he's coming back through the field.
Yeah,
He's a man on a mission.
and TJ,
Right,
we know.
him. I'm feeling like he's gonna die.
TJ, we know because I've raced with you. You bump somebody the wrong way and you send them to the back of the pack. They are driving through the pack like a pissed off teenager.
I will take
I
full
don't-
credit in being that teenager on more than one occasion.
I'm not saying that it's going to happen or happen, but Will Cloud's been a dominant out front every week. Eventually, somebody's going to get tired of following him. And if they can't get by him cleanly, they're going to use the bumper to get by him. I know it's Charlotte. I know it's not a short track, but the thought has to be there to do whatever he can to get him loose.
But here's the thing. You brought up also a good point. You don't want to do it too early to where you give him the chance to get to your back bumper, because while you might just bump him out of the way and he's still fine, we've also seen the driver that gets bumped out of the way as a caution out on the racetrack, Mick Olofsson, that second car gets destroyed normally.
Oh no!
Not Mick. In the
After a
75 with
Ford
Lingerfeld.
finished last week? Isn't that where he finished?
Oh no!
He gets hooked by Lingerfeld.
He got lingered. Oh, and I'm not that broke the wheel on Lingerfeld. I think he's got real damage.
We're gonna
Kyle's-
see it
his-
again.
Kyle's right front wheel is broke, and he
Yeah,
is-
that's hurt.
This might play right in. Alan Warnicki should be sitting second in points, I believe.
Ooh, that was a hard hit. That is about the hardest hit you can take in motorsports right now.
Oh yeah, his wheel
Ugh.
broke.
Both their
Oh, and I think Fair and Elam got into it too.
late.
I think it was light. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think Mick just said 47 minutes of damage.
Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure the race will be over by then.
Well, one thing's for sure: Lingerfeld touched Mick, and he got struck by lightning.
AJ, I think Farron got through clean.
Did he?
I'm watching it, and he don't even bobble.
Interesting.
I think he got through clean, unscathed.
Oh, and Kyle can't make the right-hand turn back into his pit box. That's gonna be bad.
Well, he's in his pit
Lingerfeld-
box, but he had to jump the pit road to do it.
Lingerfeld blaming Mick.
Well, Lingerfeld was going down pit road and tried to turned in left fine, but tried to turn back right to get into a pit box, and the car won't turn right, so now he has to get towed, plus his day being over with.
Well, he
And
was just
also
on the radio,
also
blaming
blaming Mick for it,
which I
which
kind of think he needs to go back and rewatch because he's the one that came down.
and he's mainly disconnected.
So I wonder what that's going to do for points. Now at the beginning,
Oh, shake it up.
at the beginning of the show, everybody saw what the points were like in the pre-roll, but we're going to run them down real fast. Your race leader was only -2 to Kyle Lingerfeld, and that's Alan Warnicki. Brady Floyd, another driver with an issue, he had 223, 10 points behind Lingerfeld. And then Will Cloud 221, Michael Steele 216, Brett Murphy 202, and Dustin Buck at a 201. So hopefully something doesn't happen, because now if something does happen to Warnicki, it's 100% on me, but he is sitting beautifully right now.
Is it not ironic or funny that 1, 3, 5, and 7 all had and 9 all had trouble today as far as point standings, and 2, 4, 6, and 8 are still in this race?
Who do we appreciate?
I mean,
Fry,
the ones that
Fry
gained,
guy
the
with
ones,
the stat of the day.
the ones that gained from this is Warnicki, Cloud, Murphy, and Devin Smith.
Yeah. You know, didn't you just make fun of TJ for bringing all the numbers?
Yeah, but I wasn't reading off 17 numbers at one time and trying to make people make sense of how much the time gap was.
I was say at that point, TJ, we just need the Powerball numbers.
I mean, if I had them, I don't know if I'd share.
You would just disappear off the face of the earth.
Can I just say, my favorite paint scheme in the field tonight is on that 95 machine. The old Michael Waltrip throwback.
I'm looking for Devin Smith. There he is. Oh, yeah.
I love it. The Legacy E machine. Towards the front now.
Yeah, our biggest mover of the race after an EOL, and a pass-through. Jake Ellingson is found all the way back up to 4th position, up 14 positions.
Now, they're good on fuel from here.
Yes.
Allegedly. We believe. Is there another tire pit stop in their future?
Only if there's a caution.
You think so?
Only if there's a caution. And I still think we might see a couple people try to stay out.
Did Alan Warnicki and the 9 all them pit in this cycle? I was doing other
No,
things.
Warnicki's.
No, they didn't.
They stayed out, I believe.
The drivers that stayed out, Warnicki, William George, Lee Krause, Jake Ellingson, Devin Smith, Farron Elam, from 1st to 6th are drivers that stayed out, and your first driver on...
Fane stayed out?
No, he came down on lap 52.
Oh.
So we're gonna see Will Cloud in the back of the pack or middle pack, and see
About
him
8.
try to work his way to the front.
Well, we're watching this whole pack here.
He'll be 4th on the outside row.
Warnicki with a great start. That outside lane did not go.
No, they did not. But Will Cloud, if he plays his cards right here, the outside opens up to him. We know he's been strong up there.
Slingshot engaged.
Top 5 by the end of the turn. Will Cloud, big move.
Oh! Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
And they're all going to miss that.
Oh, stacking up, stacking up! Oh, it got worse! It got ugly!
Oh, it got very ugly.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Now,
Ouch.
Lee Krause got jacked up.
Wow.
I'm trying to see, is that the 9 behind him?
It is the 9. They're having heated discussion.
That's William George. We're going to see how it started and then really dive into what ended up happening. Lee Krause comes up right in front of William George, and William George just sends him right into the wall.
You know, and the unfortunate part about this is the wreck had happened, or what was a crash had happened, and it looked like everybody, for the most part, was going to make it through. And
You're looking at it from the Daniel Park machine.
Off the wall. I'm not really sure.
Well, I think the 99, I think his stuff, oh no, his wheel isn't broken, but it probably wasn't feeling that good.
I don't know. He just kind of comes off the wall and kills the 83.
Well, we're cockpit view right now. Oh, you see him try to get off the wall the whole time, and then it just spits him out and right into traffic. But that's a lot of cars. Chad Waller in it.
The 7 took a huge... His day is done.
Yeah, Brett Murphy's day's most likely done. We'll look at the 66. It'll give you a nice view of who's in it. You got the 61 of Hughes, the 09 of Park, the 24 of Setzer, 7 of
Both
Murphy.
Hughes in that wreck.
The 9 of William George, obviously the 83 of, Dominic Hughes. The 66 of Chad Waller, who was up front challenging for the lead. You see the 16 of Travis Lapenis and the 99.
AJ, go find his view. Go find the 16's view, because I don't think he got a piece of it.
Oh, it looks like he's got damage. Where?
If he does, it's very, very minor.
All right. Well, you want it? Here it is, TJ. Cockpit view of the Travis Lapanis machine.
If he gets anything, it's at the very end, and it's very low.
Well, it looked like he had some right behind the left front tire.
I don't think he got it from this crash.
Oh, he does hit the 83 to get by him.
Right, but that's on the right front, not the left.
Yeah.
For the most part, he looks like he just kind of drives away clean. Did a heck of a job there, getting woed up and not being a part of it.
Well, Travis Lapanis is one of the drivers, very skilled. I know I said this last year, and then he completely proved me wrong later in that race. But he's like Kyle Lingerfelt a little bit. He doesn't move towards the front until it's almost go time. But right now, your race leader, Will Cloud, followed by, I think that's Farron Elam. It is.
I mean, we are down to going to be 8 rows of cars, 16 left.
Well, 15 cars on the lead lap, unfortunately, now. That was a hit and a half. Well, and we're looking at just about 40 laps to go. Should be getting the lights off here. All right, guys. We have Brett Murphy now out of the race. You have Chad Waller now out of the race. William George, who is showing a lot of promise. Kyle Lingerfelt, who's, I would honestly say, the closer of the league. Is there anybody else to challenge William George and how strong he's Will Cloud, and how he's been tonight? Or do you think
There is
the 18's still right behind him.
well, and I was gonna go even a little further back. I think he pitted Warnicki on fresh tires right here, I believe. We've seen him come through the field. He had the lead and he doesn't now. I assume he pitted.
Yeah, Warnicki did come get freshies.
So I'm going to assume he's on the freshest tires in the field.
Now, my timing and scoring could be wrong, but it's showing me Farron Elam last pitted on lap 36. Could be wrong.
So I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption. You know what they say about him, but that from about 8th on back has pitted of some kind. I believe the 72 and the 27 have fresh tires. And we know how strong those cars can be if they can find their way to the...
Green
I'm
flag.
not convinced we're done wrecking.
Oh, neither am I, but Cloud,
Outside
hell of a
stacks
lunch
up
again. Dustin Dean is going to take second place heading into turn 1.
Yeah, that's big there. He needs to clear that Farron Elam machine and not let this 48 run away. 72 back in the traffic, trying to get through some people. I think he's up to 6th now. Really going to use that outside advantage. Ellingson's trapped on the bottom. He can't make any headway.
Ooh, Austin Green in the 15 was... Oh! Ellingson in the wall. But that 15 was trapped down there, clipped the apron. I thought he was going to wash up and take out pretty much everybody.
I mean, I don't want to write him off by any means, as the 18's making a move on Will Cloud. But look who is sitting in 3rd.
Tyler Aspinall, he said today's race is going to be the turnaround point of his season.
He is right there, poised, ready to capitalize.
And Dustin Dean led that lap.
May just be letting these boys go battle it out as he gets to run nice and clean.
Oh, you missed it.
What happened?
That was his total slide job by the 18 to slide back up in front of the 48.
Did he? I missed a slide job? Oh, we might get another one here. Well, the 48 ain't gonna have the run here. If he did that down the back, maybe. While these guys duel, it has brought that 29 right to him. 18 kind of throws a block on the 48, takes his line away. We got Shaggy and Scooby in the field on the audio comms. The 89 needs a pair of underwear, allegedly.
Oh boy.
Must have had a moment.
Bradley Stefan.
Him and Lepanus.
I'm pretty sure before he does post-race interviews, he's gonna have to get a new fire suit.
Okay, Tony Stewart.
Good call.
And don't ask me what racetrack that was. For some reason, I thought it was Auto Club.
No, it was Watkins Glen.
Oh. Oh, Auto Club is the one where he was the Joey Logano thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bust his ass.
And Steve Burns was like, "Thank you, no, thank you."
That was a great day.
I miss that guy. Brandon Dunford moving up 18 positions, currently in that 5th position on the outside of Stefan.
I hear.
Let the 18 go.
I don't know, but I think Death is in the air and he's sitting in 4th.
Is it about to get liquidy at the front? More than just NOS liquidy?
What's messed up is we just talked about Steve Burns and the first words out of your mouth was death, and I was like, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Steve Burns, he was a Maryland graduate. My state school. I don't root for Maryland in any way, shape, or form, but anyhow.
I mean, I root for anybody that beats Ohio State, just saying.
That was nice. But yeah, you brought up Alan Warnicki in the Liquid Death car. He's catching Tyler Aspinall, and that's got to be Plan A. You know,
that's the tires.
As I say that, I thought Aspinall was gonna smack the wall.
No, Tyler Aspinall wouldn't end up with his ass in the wall. No way.
Either way, it would be a pain in the ass.
Wow, the puns are strong today. Still looking at this battle for the lead. Dustin Dean in the 18 and Will Cloud in the Cheez-Its 48.
I don't think it's puns. I think it's your pits. Go put deodorant on.
I gotta give credit. Real proud of Daniel Park for not just parking it.
All right. Okay.
Well, Grady Floyd it up and went home.
Eek.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Here, battle for the lead. We're gonna see a Dale Jr. patented slide job.
Oh, maybe we're looking. It's gonna be, not as close as it could have been, but it was definitely a little bit of a slide job. Slide job.
Man, I'd pay good money to get Dale Jr. to record that line for me and just allow me to play it every single time it happens.
I mean, I suppose you could go find the clip on YouTube, and as long as it's 19 seconds.
Yeah, but
You didn't hear that from me.
Didn't they put it on a T-shirt? So I feel like it's trademarked or restricted.
I don't know. They put
Don't
everything
worry.
on the shirt now.
Don't worry. I'll have a talk with Junior. Me and him are Commander fans, so we're in that group together. I can talk to him for you.
So looking back here, you got Setzer and Lepanus. This is for 9th place, side by side the last couple laps. You know, now that we're seeing some tire wear. You know.
By the way, Tyler Aspinall just got by Dustin Dean.
Yeah, Dustin Dean, I think he clipped the wall
He's
or
pitting.
fitting or
He's
something
coming to
because
pit road.
he fell right off and
Yeah, he's on pit
Cloud
road.
is away.
So now that we're seeing some worn tires, what part of the racetrack are you going to want to run? Do you want high, middle, or low? Because you see some drivers religiously staying to that blue line, but then you have a couple drivers like a Jake Ellingson or an Austin Green that are a lane and a half up.
Well, the momentum's on the top, and if your tires are old and you can't really hook that bottom, then the top is your friend. Not to mention, if somebody catches you, you make them have to go to the bottom to find the way around you. And as Dale Jr. always said, the closer you are to the wall, the less painful the hit is if you end up in it.
Yeah, you don't have to go that far.
I mean, Will Cloud on these older tires is still hanging there.
Yeah, he's not as fast as Aspinall or Warnicki, but it's very minuscule, the difference.
I can't imagine anybody's making this on tires if we seeing, the Dustin Dean pitting. Like the logic that isn't there for me unless he caught the fence and had damage. The logic isn't there for me for him to pit if he could make it.
Well, I don't think he had damage. I think that was an actual pit stop because he was only through from the minute you enter pit lane to when you leave pit lane. It was only 37 seconds.
So I can't imagine...
He didn't fix damage.
I can't imagine then that he didn't go get tires, and that tells me that
Oh boy, here comes
you said
Aspinall.
3 extra sets, so 4 sets total?
No. Though.
Yes.
2 sets plus what you started on.
Yeah, I think so.
No, there's 4 sets altogether. So 1 set you start on, 3 sets in the pits.
Oh.
So everybody should still have a set, is what I think I'm getting at.
Unless you pull a me and forget to uncheck your tires.
I would think everybody that pitted on that last caution isn't pitting again. The ones that are stayed out, like Will Cloud and those guys, I would think they may need tires again.
Guys, look at this.
I can't imagine it with Zach Thornton in his ear. Can't imagine he would have put him in a bad...
Last 5 laps. Aspinall has been a tenth to a tenth and a half faster than Will Cloud.
Cloud's coming in. Called it over the radio. I have to imagine everybody else has got it. There's no way. As good as Zach Thornton is on strategy, there's no way that these guys are making it all the way. I'm going to watch the Cloud pit stop and just try to see if it's too tire or what.
Ryan, Discord, that's for you if you still have issues.
Thank you.
And here comes Aspinall. And Warnicki's going to stay out.
I don't think Warnicki's going to pit again.
You don't think so?
That was a 4-tire stop for Cloud.
I don't think Warnicki's stopping again.
I just can't see it. That's 20 more laps.
But even if he does pit, does he take 4, or does he get enough of it that he only takes 2?
Well, you bring up a valid point. Bring up a very valid point. I mean, obviously, too, here, a yellow in the next few laps turns this whole race on its head again.
No kidding.
He's definitely saving on his run. I mean, he ran a 33.4 on that last run.
Well,
that last lap.
We're going to jump in car with Alan Warnicki because it really sounds like he is well out of the gas and out of the gas for a while.
You know, the other driver I would keep your eye on who pitted with Warnicki and isn't pushing the envelope at all is Jake Ellingson.
Like, we were through 3 and 4, he was off the gas for a good half of the turn.
Oh yeah, he's well out of the gas in turn 1, and he's not getting back on until almost just getting, when he touches the inside line, he gets back on it.
So he has slowed down his pace a lot, and Dustin Dean has gotten by him, so he's now on the lead lap. But it seems like he's already made his bed. This is where he's going to sit. Unless there's a caution, do you think Dustin Dean, Will Cloud, and Aspinall get to him?
And he's not even just letting off the throttle and coasting. He is clutching it. So this is his ride or die. He's going for broke.
Well, Will Cloud is just about a second behind Alan Warnicki to put himself back on the lead lap.
He flew by Ellingson, running third. I mean, he was hooked to a boat anchor. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't by Warnicki here out of the turn.
Well, you'd have to think at this point, Warnicki's saving till he gets the green light to, hey, go. You've saved enough to go.
But I didn't think this was a fuel thing. I think it's more tire.
I think it's wherever the last caution sat.
Because like I said, when I did my little mini practice, the fuel was saying around 55 laps. And there's, most of these guys all came in with like 60 laps into the race.
And
there it is!
Dustin Buck with an issue.
This could be huge for Will Cloud.
Oh! Farron
Just
Elam
like-
is just going to spin Dustin Buck.
Just like last week, the way the yellow fell, Will Cloud unlaps himself, and a yellow comes out.
Was that their last set of tires that they got on that pit stop?
I think the 48 and the 18.
So now you're going to have Alan Warnicki as a leader that can go in and get a fresh set, and the field only 9 cars are going to be on the lead lap.
Well,
because you figure Will Cloud and them aren't pitting again.
Well, you have Tyler Aspinall getting the wave around. You have Will Cloud you have Will Cloud in 8th that pit on lap 77, and then you have Dustin Dean on 72. Alan Warnicki's going to have a 5 to 10 lap fresher tires depending on if you're Dean or Cloud.
Now the thing is though, did Dean take 4 or 2?
I think he might have taken 2 with the difference, but Warnicki's staying out.
Well, I don't believe pit road's open yet. He just caught the pace car.
Well,
so pit road can't be open yet.
Well, Dunford's on pit road, Ellingson's on pit road, Devin Smith, Josh Fox, and Frank Hughes. All on pit road.
If P is staying out, he's going to be a sitting duck. But it's possible he's out of tires, too. I mean, remember, he pit like on lap 30, and then they had a caution, and he came in again. Without backing through the whole race, I can't tell you how many times he's been on pit road, but he's flirting with being out of tires.
So even with Dustin Buck possibly on 2 tires, because there was about a 6-second difference from Dustin Dean, and Will Cloud's pit time. So, even on 2 tires, he should still pass Warnicki relatively easy. You would assume, but then again, when we get the green flag, we're going to be just around 10 laps to go. So all bets are off.
I am surprised that 7 car is back on the track after the damage we saw him suffer earlier. I realize he's not, he's 17 laps down, but it's still kind of impressive. Got it back out there at all.
If he's out of tires, that's one thing I wish this timing and scoring had, was tell me how many tires sets have they used and if they were up or not.
They're looking at the grid right now. Warnicki is second. Ellison is second. Warnicki's first.
I have Warnicki, Dean, Cloud, Ellingson.
Wait, mine just changed.
Yeah, there's still lap cars between the leader and the other lead lap cars. I'm trying to figure that out now. Does Ellingson have the We know Ellingson has top 5 speed, but does he have winning speed tonight? And not to mention, what a story that would be, the recovery from the start he had with the two EOLs and a pass-through to come back and be here in this hell of a drive.
That caution was on Fernie Lam, and he was served or given an EOL.
Frank Hughes involved in a crash earlier tonight. He's running 9th. Good run for him. Fox and Aspinall. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys a lap down. One being Elam.
Think about it in this way: if Warnicki, if he is a setting duck and he falls back, but doesn't go a lap down, he has enough point gap between him and Will Cloud that even if he finishes on the lead lap, he still leaves with the points lead.
Oh, he should leave with the points lead from all the way. He could probably
Unless
finish.
something happens.
He could probably finish in that 9th position, the last car on the lead lap, and still leave with the points lead.
Frank Hughes just left pit road. He's going to be racing around here to try to rejoin the field. So really, there's only 8 guys with the field right now that are...
No,
As much as we were talking about tires being an issue, what if we were playing that all wrong and Alan Warnicki was saving tires for this instance here? I mean, I know everybody's got fresh and he doesn't, but if we're only going to have a 10 lap
AJ, when did you say Will Cloud had pitted? I mean, he's only out of the pits, what, 3-4 laps?
He came out, Will Cloud, on lap 77.
And they've ran 5 or 6 here under yellow, so he really only has 5 lap old tires. If the bottom gets the jump, I'm going to say initially here, it's going to be between the 72 and the 48. If the restart's even, the 27 is, I think, in the preferred position.
The downfall for Will Cloud is that he is behind the 72 car on this restart. And the inside line has not been strong all night long.
Well, it's going to be here.
Right,
72 spins him! Will Cloud not wanting to make the move? I would have. Absolutely, I would have put it 3 wide there. Oh, and 89 gets hooked. Is he going to save it? And that 72 gets clipped. The 95 through to 3rd.
Oh, and they're spinning behind. The 19's in the wall.
Cloud, I'm looking to see if he can clear the 72 before the caution comes out.
But look at the lead. Ellingson on the point.
With the freshest tires of the field.
Hey, look right behind him.
Devin Smith.
I know, that my old Mikey.
Last week, he had it in the bag, in my opinion, and got called up late. Devin Smith is hungry. I don't think he's as. I don't think he's as pissed off as Jake Ellenson's been the last 2 weeks, but Devin's definitely hungry.
Well, another driver that's hungry is Josh Fox. After a amazing season last year, it looks like he hasn't seen, the same light as he did last year, and he's been fighting every single week to just be in the top 5. But right now, currently sitting 4th and putting a good battle together with Will Cloud.
I'm going to say that restart played right into Jake Ellingson's hand. Everything he needed to have happen happened.
Well, there's still 10 laps to go, TJ, so a lot can happen.
There, it definitely can. I'm not taking it away, but I think he's in the catbird seat right now. Will Cloud he looks like he's closing. He's also under fire, but... I think he's going to get past right here, but they still look like they're gaining on these guys in front of them.
They are, but if they get side by side, that could be an issue.
Question is, do you let him go to run him down, or do you fight him?
Well, what can happen is Will Cloud, if he wants to and he feels like he has it underneath him with that car, he can let Josh Fox go, and Josh Fox is going to be the snowplow.
At the same time, though, Cloud is looking for every point right now, with Warnicki now falling back to 7th. Every little point here helps.
Well, it's a 10-point gap back from Warnicki to Cloud in points at the start of the day.
And there goes Josh Fox getting right in front of Will
Ye
Cloud.
old slide job. Ye old slide job, slide job. The 95 is there on the bumper of the 27. Can the Napa know-how find a way around?
Oh, look for the bump.
Oh, he to the bottom.
The bottom.
Not going to have the run in. Backs his corner up. Should get a good exit.
Huge run off the bottom.
It was a very good corner for him. Backed his corner up early. Going to stay on the door.
Is Ellingson going to pinch him?
A little bit, but in this turn, that bottom isn't horrible.
Yeah, but look at the run that 27 gets.
And he's going to get back behind him. Smart move. Caution!
Caution! Dustin Dean.
Oh.
Oh, he's already in the wall.
That's not good. Strong car today.
Oh, wow. It happened a while ago.
Oh, they were saying... I heard Stefan talking on the comms, but I didn't know what was going on. Oh, the 3 just punted him.
Here it is. Farron Elam with another issue, and yeah, it just gets him in the right rear.
The 3 punted him. He caught the inside wall. He never spun. I'm surprised that brought out a yellow.
Whoa.
Well, you're going to see here why in a minute. I believe that left front wheel might have been broke, because when he goes down into 3, the car goes
just
straight to the wall.
Yep. And almost collects, I believe, the 99.
And actually, if you watch when he starts going towards the wall, the car starts bouncing around like something's broke.
Yeah, then he couldn't make the turn down to the pit lane either. He caught that wall and ricocheted back to the top.
Ouch.
That's unfortunate. He had a strong car today.
He had a great car. Well, pits are open. Let's see who comes down pit road.
Alan Warnicki. Here comes Warnicki for tires. Is he going to take tires?
Oh, boy. Could this be the winning move?
I don't think there's enough time.
I don't think, I think he'll be too far back to make it work.
Granted, I mean, there's only 7 guys in the lead lap, but I just don't think there's the time unless it's chaos in front of him.
Well,
I think he missed his shot when everybody else pitted. If he would have pitted with everybody else, he'd be in that front pack right now.
Well, I know we don't like talking about it, but there are 3 green-white checkered attempts, and if this is his last pit stop, he can chip away, and it looks like he is going to start in the 7th position.
Yeah, I say right now mine's showing him in 6th, but if he's on the high side, more power to him, because the bottom side, besides his jump, which then he spun the tires, the bottom is not, or the top side hasn't went all night. I have it backwards. I think I might have it backwards.
Well, it depends on who's
struggled. When Will Cloud was the leader, the top struggled. It seemed like anybody else, it was more of a dead even thing. They're letting the 24. I'm assuming he's the lucky dog.
That'd be Matthew Setzer.
Yeah, he just got his lap back. I'm a little behind, I think.
Well, hit the live button.
I did. Farron Elam going down into the pit. They haven't come across and said anything about the crash, but I mean, clearly hit the 18. I'm pretty sure with them taking this lap, we are going to green-white checker. We're not even crossed up yet, so.
So what do you think's TJ, what do you think's going through Jake Ellingson's head now?
Stop wrecking, please. I think, honestly, he's in a really good spot. Just needs a good restart. I think the person that this caution hurt the most was the 95, because now he does have to start on the top, and the advantage has been to the controller all night.
He does.
The 90 might be in the catbird seat.
Alan Warnicki's going to be lining up third on the outside row. I'm going to be interested to see what he can pull off.
I agree. I'm going to make a wager right now, not really a guess, that the 72 ends up in the top 3. I just don't think he's got the time to make it all the way to Ellington. Unless chaos happens.
Do you think Will Cloud is going to go behind Devin Smith and give him the push to get the outside line running?
I think Will Cloud's going to do anything Will Cloud needs to do to try to win this race. I don't think it's in the stars today for Will Cloud. But
out of everybody in the top 8 on the lead lap, he has the oldest tires pitting on lap 77.
Yeah, but we proved earlier with 15 to 20 lap older tires did not fall off
until they did.
Everybody with new tires is so loose.
So Alan Warnicki said he came down pit road, no tires.
Oh, so he's sitting with 55 lap old tires.
So he's pretty much out of it. He's in the same boat he was. He's just sitting where he's sitting.
So he's gonna get a lot of wheel space.
What is the 89? Where is the 89 trying to go?
Josh Fox just sitting in a bad spot because he's behind. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Warnicki's sitting in 6th. So, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, he literally queued up in the YouTube chat and says no tires ...
I mean, like I said, this all comes down to the restart right here. We're about to see it. If Ellington gets the jump, it's his race, in my opinion. There's still guys trying to grid properly here. As long as this yellow was, I'm surprised we're still having trouble. Outside doesn't go at all. Will Cloud runs right into the back of the 95.
And here comes Josh Fox.
On the bottom.
The 90, I said he might be in the catbird seat.
Closes the door.
He may remember that down to the next set of turns, or even the next lap. And don't look now, but he's coming, and he don't want to have his ass end up in the wall. These guys needed just a good turn here, get a good run down the straightaway.
Devin Smith's got the run on the top side on Will Cloud.
I do believe Devin Smith has the same tires as the leader does.
He's looking to get by
Cloud
Tyler.
is just trying to hold on for 5th here.
And Josh Fox,
27 gets pinched again. That's pinched me twice. And poor Aspinall gets into the fence. Here comes Cloud back for 3rd. The battle at the front. Is he going to get back to him? He hits him. He hits him. 90 through. Here comes Cloud at the line. Did Will Cloud just steal this race at the line?
Will Cloud, your winner tonight. Followed by Devin Smith and Josh Fox. Holy crud.
Wow. Wow. I can't wait for this interview. Fry, I think your bad luck's cleared.
It's 2 in a row for him, right?
Unbelievable.
That's. Oh no, never mind.
Has Will Cloud lost a race other than Atlanta and?
So we're going to take a look at this between the 90 and the 27. Now, it's the last lap, and I'm pretty sure TJ and Ryan, you're going to agree with this. It doesn't matter what happens. You go for that win.
Before you even get there, before you even get to that point, he already chopped his nose twice. He chopped his nose twice and took his line away from him and didn't even give him a chance to do it clean. The 3rd time, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
I agree. I mean, he cuts his nose off 2 laps back to back, and he wasn't
And he
going to
kind
do
of
it a
messed with
third
him on
time.
the entry, didn't he?
No,
Yeah.
he just sent it in the entry. We're looking at it again right here. Ellingson just sends it in 3, but so does Fox, and Fox just
Well,
right
Fox
to the
kind
back
of
of
lifts a
him.
little, and he goes to the bottom, but Ellingson's trying to keep it down, and he just gets the.
Now, one thing, if I was Fox, I would have cut right back down in front of Will Cloud.
I think he was just trying to minimize the damage he'd already done. I mean, I don't know what these guys' league policy is, but I can tell you,
heck of a white flag.
I can tell you from my perspective, shot me twice. You ain't making it happen a third time.
Well,
No,
TJ.
No, not for sure.
Well, TJ, I know this is part of your favorite of the broadcast. Let's talk to our race winner, and it's all yours, my friend. Here's Mr. Will Cloud.
Mr. Will Cloud, you got a copy?
I do.
Sir, I don't know how many times you're going to prove me right with me picking you. I didn't think you were winning this race going into turn 3, but you came out of turn 4 with the T's parted. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I don't even know what to say. I mean, the beginning of the race was really strong. I thought I was doing a good job saving tires, and my strategy originally got messed up with those late race cautions, and I ended up having the oldest tires up front. So I was just trying to hold on to a top 5, and then I don't even know what happened on that final lap. Tyler got spun. I got by Devin. The leaders collided, and next thing you know, I'm in the tri-oval in the lead. I don't even know what to say.
I think tonight might be the byproduct of it's better to be lucky than good sometimes. You were good all night on fresh tires, so it ain't even like that really applies.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe that finish, but either way, I somehow got it.
You were in the right place at the right time when everything happened, and it just like better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Yes, that is something.
Wow. That's 2 weeks in a row with a wild finish, and it's just wow.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, but it feels amazing.
And that's 2 in a row again, Mr. Ryan Fry. Just saying. Anybody you want to plug? I mean, I know you do this every week. It feels like, but
I mean, it's gonna be the same. Obviously, Zach for being a great crew chief. My teammates at Adra, obviously, none of them there had luck, but all Brett, Brady, and Matt all got wrecked, which I never want to see. But hopefully, we can all bounce back and have a great run at I think it's Martinsville next week.
Currently checking.
without looking, it sounds good to me, pal.
Yo, it is Martinsville.
Oh boy, we're in for
paperclip.
some short track racing.
Especially after this week, I think some tempers may flare.
Did we
Yeah.
not have short track racing tonight? I mean,
No, we definitely did.
I think people are ready to start boxing with each other in pit road.
Something tells me there's gonna be a lot of bump and runs, or maybe dump and runs at Martinsville. I just have that feeling.
Well, hopefully you keep your nose clear of it, and talking with you again. Just phenomenal finish. I cannot believe you got it done again.
I can't believe it either.
But celebrate this one. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
All right, guys. I currently don't see anybody else in our top 3 in the Discord waiting for us in the waiting room. So,
Well, AJ, the reason that may be because I have my ear on this scanner. The finish is heavily under review for probably everybody but Will Cloud.
wow.
They, I don't think they were very happy with the Aspinall getting turned. I don't think they were very happy with 27 getting turned.
I've watched the replays on both of them, and I mean, to me, the 95 and Aspinall is just Devin's holding his line, and Aspinall slides up in front of him, and they meet. I don't see anything wrong with that.
It's
And
no different than the 999 crash
and
earlier in the.
as far as the front one goes, I mean,
He chopped
as
him
much.
twice.
Well, no, I mean as much as Ellingston did cut his nose off twice on 3 and 4, he doesn't, and Josh Fox just runs straight into him. But hey,
I mean-
it's not our. We don't have to decide those answers, but that's what it looks like on my replay. Ellingston does not move down at him at all through 3 and 4.
No, I
and
don't
Josh runs
think.
over him.
But at that point, Ryan, are you done caring if he does?
No, I'm not. But I'm also looking. I mean, if Ellingston would have made the move to cut me off for the third time, I'm gonna dump him purposefully. This just looks like simply Josh drove it in harder than Jake, and Josh came out on the other side in third, and Jake ended up in the wall.
All right.
And I'm rewatching the onboard right now, the 90 of this last couple laps.
Well,
I mean, it'll be what it is. It was a wild night again. The finishes never seem to disappoint.
I was hoping to get Devin Smith in the booth. I believe he's a local to me. I was looking forward to speaking to him. I guess he has other obligations to meet. But strong run by Devin Smith. We've been looking at him the last couple of weeks saying he needed to show up. He showed up last week at Dover and had a chance to win with the late shenanigans that happened at the end of that race. It didn't work out for him. Tonight, again, solid back at the end of the race. Solid back in the top 5, looking to make a shot at the lead. Had to run at the lead at one point. Very impressed with Devin Smith the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was a good run. And Tyler Aspinall was there where he thought he needed to be. He said he wanted a good night, and he was in position to have it.
I mean, he still had a good night. He finished in 8th place. I just feel like it could have been better if he didn't move up into the 95.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it was so much of him moving up into the 95. It was one of those situations where Aspinall was low, Devin was on the high side, and they met in the middle coming up off the corner. That's what it looked like to me.
Okay. Well, we're going to be talking about Dover and now Charlotte all the way through the playoffs, which start at Martinsville next week. So with that being said, same time, same place, next Monday, Extreme Forces Racing League. It's playoff time, baby.
Everybody better have their 12-pack of soda and all the popcorn they can eat, because I think it's going to be a long race next week.
I 100% think so as well, but I feel like there's going to be a lot that's going to happen internally with the Extreme Forces Racing League now that we're going playoff racing in the week leading up to Martinsville. But other than that, guys, you got anything left?
No,
I think I think for the first time tonight, I'm speechless.
The first time in your life.
Well, you know.
Well, maybe not. Maybe recently you were speechless, but Fry, you got anything else?
No, I think you're right. I think they need to make sure now that the playoffs is starting that they point the emphasis on a restart. And this kind of racing is going to get very detrimental if it continues. I think it's going to be looked at a lot and criticized and ridiculed and torn apart, and people are going to get called out on what they've been doing. And all of that kind of stuff is going to happen this week. And next week they're going to hope that they come back with a cleaner race. The only problem is whoever created this schedule, I'm going to go with Dean or maybe whoever else. They decided to make Martinsville the first race of the chase or the playoffs. So what gets settled during the week is going to be forgotten when it comes to next Monday.
All right, well, you heard it here on All-Star 15 TV. We're going to have pure energetic chaos when it comes to Martinsville next week. Probably going to run about 125 laps, 150. If I remember how they do short tracks, they don't give us the lap numbers until I see the graphic. So, well, same time, same place for Ryan Fry, TJ Barnier. I'm AJ Capola. Good night. Don't do anything stupid, and don't wreck the car, and don't hit the pace car.
One more time tonight, AJ. What was the sponsor's name of the race?
Cheerwine.
Love you, pal.
Fuck you. I mean...
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.